This isn't a silent patient screaming. Or is it? She's actually only yawning. I don't know her name, where she's from, how old she was, but I do know that she was photographed in the late 19th century. She was a patient at the Parisian Salpêtrière Hospital, and she was probably a patient of Dr. Charcot, a French neurologist well known for his controversial work on hysteria. So she's not screaming, she's yawning. Why is this important? Remember that the symptoms of hysteria could really be anything and everything. In the 19th century, hysteria was characterized as emotional excess that was usually accompanied by certain behaviors or movements. Symptoms included convulsions, paralysis, and yawning. So this sequence of photographs exists in order to teach the reader that if your patient is yawning more, or if their yawns look like this, you could be dealing with hysteria. But you always have to be careful. This was staged, posed, right? How long did she actually have to sit there to yawn? Was she asked to yawn? Did she actually suffer from excessive yawning? Even though doctors 200 years ago were curious about yawning and associated it with the diagnosis of hysteria, they didn't really know why it happened. And honestly, we're still not sure. Maybe yawning is a form of social communication. It's a way of making us more alert. It can help us with our respiration and circulation. But they might have kind of been onto something. We now think that the historical 19th century diagnosis of hysteria actually captures a variety, a spectrum of modern diagnoses, specifically neurological ones. Certain neurological and psychiatric conditions, epilepsy, maybe a brain tumor, can actually affect how much you yawn. So basically, we still don't know why she was yawning and how much she was yawning. To get back to this image, if you want to use it as an example which typifies a 19th century diagnosis of hysteria in a patient, sure, but it's not because she's screaming, it's because she's yawning.